and welcome back to the DSA with DAX series. Today is day 19 of DSA series. Okay, today we're gonna solve question number 1528. Shuffle this string. Okay, and this is the series where you can start absolute beginner DSA and to the advanced level of question solving. Okay, and so yesterday we solved question number 1768. It's basically like merge strings in alternatively order, like first character from first string, then second from second, third from again first, like that. Okay, uh, we'll use to solve the like if else conditions and while loop. Okay, so okay, and today's series order is like first I'll explain question, then example. Okay, and after the example, we'll discuss approaches for this, and at the end, okay, time and space complexity for this code, and we move to the tomorrow's question. Okay, and if you have not started yet DSA series, okay, you have to start now to master DSA. Okay, and start from day one. And if you have not watched yesterday's video, link in I button, you can watch yesterday's video. So now start with question explanation. So the question is basically shuffle the string. Okay, we earlier solved a question on like arranging nums in given index of arrays order. Okay, this is similar to that. Okay, in this question you just given a string. Okay, on those question you are given two like integers array. Here one is string and another is nums array. Okay, you are given a string of s. Okay, string in s variable and an integer array. Okay, array of integers indexes. Okay, of the same length. Okay, both are length is same, like index is array and a string length is same. The string s will be shuffled such that the character at the I position move to the okay indexes of I value. Okay, it's the index for ith character in a string. Okay, the shuffled string. So okay, it's basically simple. Okay, the term is question is just you have to move to iteration from the string. Okay, like in second index of string, you have to substitute to go to the second index of index this array. Okay, and take the value. Okay, the value which come up, it's the index where you have to add your second index string like character. Okay, so I'll explain example one so you can better understand. Okay, this is the example one. So here you given first is our string. Okay, codelllt. Okay, and this above is given a index is array. So for zero index, okay, you can see here 4. Okay, so it means 4. Okay, okay, so here is like for zero index you have to insert it on 4. So for 4 index 3, 5, 6 and 7, so all in come in one line. Okay, you have to add L to the 0 index, E to the 2 index and again E to the 1 index, so it's basically similar. So and lastly it becomes lead code. Okay, so this is our question. We just have to take x each and every index's value, substitute in indexes, take the index and substitute that value to the our new array. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so now we'll discuss approaches for this question. Okay, then we move to the code part of this question. Okay, so for this question I have like one approach is in my mind. Firstly, I will take a new array. Okay, empty array, and store each and everything inside array after like condition checking it. Okay, and at the end we can use join to print the string. Okay, another we can do that, we can like work on directly an empty string and just like we'll do in yesterday question as same as this we can do for this question. Okay, so for now, okay, this question I'll write a code for an array approach. Okay, and you have to try by yourself the string approach. Okay, you have to just I'll take an empty array and solve the question. You have to try yourself to taking an empty string and say a similar code. Okay, you just have to something modification return and it will working. Okay, so you have to try yourself so you can evaluate yourself how much do you know and how much you understand in this. So okay, let's start with declaring a new. let answer is equal to, okay, an empty array. Now we want a for loop, okay, for loop starting from let I equal to 0, I is less than s dot length, okay. Our for loop has to be go to the last indexes of string, so that's a s dot length, okay, I plus plus, okay. And one more thing you will not notice, okay, here the given thing is, okay, same length, okay. S and integers array are in same length, okay. Indexes and s are same length, so you don't have to worry about that part. That's why I'm directly taking it to the s dot length, okay. Else we taking like yesterday we see n plus m, so that's why we can do, okay. So our now we take in variable cp, okay. Cp means current index, we can store in this, okay, current position. And index is, okay, index is of I. So now we can store our current index in this. So now answer of, okay, answer is our array with state index, we can change with s of I, okay. We this question we have to, like, each and every indexes are not repeated, okay. So that's why we don't have to push or return, okay. We just have to take the particular part, and the indexes are given is confirmed for that, won't be changed on like next iteration. So we have to use direct condition for here. The this, okay, for C, like fourth index for C is fixed, okay. 0 1 2 3 are is remain empty, but the fourth index contains C, okay. This is fixed, so that's why we are taking answer of CP, okay. I hope you got clear. Now return of answer, okay. Now we have to join each and everything to like look like it's in string, because answer wanted string. So I'll now run test cases. So you can see that our test cases are accepted, okay. All of the two test cases. Now I'll submit this question for further lead code test cases check. So you can feel this is that this is also accepted, okay. So this is our approach, okay. Let we can do here directly one thing, okay. I'm taking a variable to store indexes of I value, okay, which I can remove this whole part, okay. And here I can directly write indexes of I, okay. We just taking like list space, okay, we use directly store. You can see this is also working, okay. You just have to try to see code, okay. And if you have such experience, you know, like some questions you got by directly what you have to do and how you have to do, okay. So this is our first approach, okay, where we can take in an empty array and solve this question. You have to try by yourself by taking empty string, okay. So this is our approach, okay. And you can try by yourself by string approach, okay. Just take an empty string and try. And the code is uploaded on GitHub, okay. You can check out the both approaches code. So now we move to the time and space complexity part of this code, okay. So for time complexity, we using one loop, okay, which go to the n length of the our array, our string. So basically, time complexity becomes order of n, okay. And we also taking a new, okay, array which can store entire our string. It's basically also go to the nth length of the our string. So space complexity also becomes of order of n. For this approach, time and space complexity both are order of the n, okay. So the this is today's question. I hope we got clear about each and every part of today's question. If you find any doubts, just ask me in comments, okay? And you have to try by multiple approaches, okay? you like find any new approach, okay, other approach in mind, you can try, okay. And if you like this approach works, just like answer the code in our like comments. So now we move to the tomorrow's question. Which question we gonna solve tomorrow? So for tomorrow we gonna solve question number 709. Okay, it's basically two lowercase question. You have to convert your given string to the lower case. If case is upper, you have to convert to lower. If case is lower, you have to remain it same. Okay. So given a string S, return the string after replacing every uppercase letter with the same lowercase. If a capital H is given, you have to just do it like smaller h and write it again. Whole string. Okay. So this is simple question. You can try this question by yourself. Okay. And after completing this question, you have to post it on LinkedIn and Twitter and mention me. Okay. And you have to try. Okay, you can solve this question. This is not like that much high level, but if you can't solve, okay, tomorrow we're gonna solve this question. And if you find any doubts about today's questions or any previous video question, you can ask me. Okay, or also you can connect with me at their platform and ask your doubts. So, and if you have not started yet DSA series, okay, this is the right time to start. Okay, you can start from day one video where I can explain each and every doubt about yours, how this series gonna work, what you'll have to do for starting this series, and each and everything about it. So you can start it, and the link in I button for playlist. Okay, meet on next video. Thanks for watching the video.